Listen, you know I feel a part of the team. I love coming out on the road with you guys. How is the team doing in light of all the things going on with Aaron right now? How are you supporting him?
Whew. Yeah, I'll just say I think people already know we were filming when he got that phone call. And it was just a very traumatic experience.
Oh, I'm out.
He's still coping with that, but Aaron's like my brother, and we're all a family. So we're there for him, and we're just making sure that we're there to support him and having him work now. He missed the last one, but having him here working, keeping him busy is a good thing for him. But like I said, it was shocking.
Miss Goodwin, did you hear the state? Yes, ma'am.
Aaron Goodwin's wife of nearly 5 years, Victoria, remains in a Las Vegas jail after pleading guilty to conspiring to commit murder.
Hold your breath and just see what happens.
Of course, the Ghost Adventures team is used to facing terrifying situations on set, but never anything like this. According to the police report, Victoria allegedly provided Aaron's location and filming schedule in the murder-for-hire plot. One of her alleged texts asked, quote, "Am I a bad person because I chose to end his existence, not divorce?"
There's no stopping Goodwin at this.
No, absolutely not. The train has left the station. I can't get rid of him, you know?
That's scary.
How scary was it for you thinking that there was this thing out there happening that you guys had no idea about? And have you beefed up security now?
Yeah, I mean, look, we had no idea. Like, he had no idea. The shock hit us all, hit me pretty bad too. But, you know, there's things I can't talk about now because it's an ongoing case. But we're doing good. You know, he's doing good, and like I said, we're just there for him to help him through this. It's just crazy, man.
I think we're all there for Aaron because he is a good human being, and we love him, and we want to make sure that
He
okay.
got blindsided by this, and that's the residual trauma that he still has, and we're just helping him, you know, there for him, and you know, whatever he needs. I'm here as his brother.
What is that? Is there somebody here?
Now, this TV family is back to work on the 29th season of their Discovery Channel hit show, which fittingly brought me to Sin City inside yet another terrifying location.
Where are we tonight? Explain where
We are in Las Vegas, and this building, this is an old factory that made gaming chips back in 1960. And the crazy thing is that now there is the Saw escape room over here and the Blair Witch Project escape room here. That's themed, okay? We understand that theme stuff is manufactured scary. Right. But we're here to separate horror fact from horror fiction.
I'm sorry to everyone.
There's an employee here. She's a manager, and she claims that she was viciously attacked back in this section here. Something reached out and grabbed her ankle, twisted it, causing her to fall, and then carried her over into a room, got on top of her, was pinning her down, and she was screaming. And after that let go, this was in front of a group, some people too. After that pressure released, she got really emotional. She started crying. And then she's having some little issues, you know, mentally and psychologically dealing with this. So we weren't going to come here and investigate until we found out about that. And we interviewed her. It was very traumatic for her, and she was very emotional still about it. Anybody could be under there, under the concrete. And that's the thing. But it's crazy that now that Saw is here, then they have to cut their ankle.
cut their ankle.
The tourniquet. No, tourniquet, put it on.
But before that nightmare unfolds, the premiere episode kicks off with a real-life Hollywood horror set.
We have just secured a location used in the filming of one of the most classic horror films in American history. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to investigate the Poltergeist house.
You went into the Poltergeist house.
This.
Why, Zach? Why?
I'll admit, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is unprecedented access to one of the most iconic horror locations on the planet, and nobody has ever been allowed inside of the house.
This house is clean.
Obviously, you think about Poltergeist, what do you think about?
They're here.
They're here. When I first got the tip, I was like, yeah, I don't know, it's a fictional house from a fictional movie, like, come on. But there is a curse that is attached and affiliated with the movie.
Go into the light.
Fueling this supposed poltergeist curse is the death of 4 cast members over the course of the iconic trilogy.
I am not leaving here without Carol Ann.
Mom, Dad, I can't stay here anymore. I've got to go to Lisa's place. I just don't want to stay here.
The oldest sister, played by Dominique Dunn, was senselessly murdered by her estranged boyfriend shortly after filming Poltergeist 1. Then the evil preacher, Kane, played by Julian Beck, and Will Sampson, who was cast as the Native American shaman, both lost their lives from illness after filming of Poltergeist 2.
He doesn't want them. He only wants me.
Of course, the film's beloved Carol Ann, played by Heather O'Rourke, suddenly passed away in 1988 at just 12 years old from septic shock. E.T. was on set of Poltergeist 3 just 7 months before her tragic death.
I just figured that I should do this third one. The first one, you know, I was a little innocent girl. The second one, I didn't really like the second one. I mean, it didn't really have anything good to it at all. This one, I really love it.
She died of a mysterious illness, and I was trying to figure out, what is that curse from? Where could that be from? And once we dug into this in the initial research, I said, book this house immediately.
And you are the first ones filming in there, and there is talk that, like the movie, it was a holy ground.
You moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you? You only moved the headstones.
Now, in that movie, do you remember the pool scene? Yes. It was a dirt pit filled with water, and when she was in there, what was popping out?
Skeletons.
Not just skeletons, but real skeletons. And digging into that ground, and not only that, but putting real human skeletons in there, would that cause some form of desecration or some unrested spirit? So are we dealing with something that is affiliated with some type of curse or unrested soul that is aggressive? But not only that, there was a neighbor that we interviewed, that was watching the production. He was speaking with Steven Spielberg. Thank you. And Steven Spielberg said that he could go in the house, take a look, because he was a film student.
Yeah.
He goes in the house, and there's a huge mound of dirt in the living room that was from the pool. They took that soil that could have possibly been a burial and placed it in the house. And I don't remember in the movie ever seeing a mound of dirt in the movie. So he thought that was very strange and got a weird vibe from it. So, look, did this curse, was it responsible for the death of Heather O'Rourke and everybody else? I don't know.
You also bring back a very important person from the actual production.
Jill Richards.
I'm living in here. I just heard that.
You just heard that?
I just heard the voice say to me, I'm living in here.
This was an actual psychic medium that the Poltergeist 2 director hired on for the entire pre-production to post-production. She helped cast that movie, and not only that, but he wanted to use real skeletons too in the second movie, and she said, do not use those real human skeletons for some odd reason, and here we are talking about the real human skeletons from the first film possibly being a cause, a factor in this curse.
You're messing with really angry spirits.
Can you move? Oh my God! I didn't know what to expect going into this, but we ended up leaving there just really speechless.